Good morning, afternoon, evening, from wherever you're watching. Welcome back to the Mickey Mouse Class, a channel dedicated to demystifying mathematics. Alright, today we'll be looking at the LCM. The LCM is an acronym for the least common multiple or lowest common multiple. And what do we mean when we say what's the lowest common multiples of a number? Now, the lowest common multiples of two or more numbers is the smallest number that is divisible by both of them. For example, if I say what is the lowest common multiple of 4 and 6, that means find the smallest number that 4 can divide and 6 can divide. Okay, let's use that as an example, but before we look at that as an example, what are the methods of solving LCM? There are basically three methods of solving the LCM. The first is by listing the multiple. You list out the multiples of the two or more numbers you are looking for their LCM. The second one is by using the prime factorization method. You can check out our series on prime factorization to know how to carry out prime factorization. And the third one is by using the division method. You divide by prime numbers. We'll look at all the three methods, but today we are going to concentrate on listing the multiples. Okay, let's take example 1. Find the LCM of 4 and 6. Okay, you can be asked a question like this: find the LCM of 4 and 6. Now, let's use the first method. We list out the multiples. List out the multiples of both 4 and 6. Okay, the solution. So the first one, multiples of 4. Multiples of 4. So the multiples of 4, the multiple of every number starts from that number. So the multiples of 4 start from 4. So you have 4. The next one is 8. All you just need to do is be multiplying it by 2, by 3, and so on. Or be adding 4 to the next number. For me to get the next number, I can say 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, that's 12. Or I'll be adding 4 to it, each of the numbers, to get the multiples. The multiples of a number are endless. It goes on and on. Okay, 12. You have 16. You have 20. You have 24. Then you have 28. Then you have 32. Then you have 36. You have 40. You have 44. You have 48. You have 52. You have 56. You have 60. You have 64. You have 68. You have 72. And so on and so forth. Let's stop there. Now let's go to the next one. Multiples of 6. You said the multiple of a number starts from that number. So the number is 6. We are going to start from 6. Let's add 6 to it. 6 plus 6, that's 12. Plus 6, that's 18. The next one, 24. The next one, 30. We'll just be adding 6. The next one, 36. The next one, 42. The next one, 48. The next one, 54. The next one, 60. The next one, 66. The next one, 72, and so on and so forth. Let's stop there. Now, what are the numbers I can find here that are common to 4 and are common to 4 and 6? Now, what is the number I can find? I can find 12 here, so let's circle it out. 12, I can find 12 here. I can find 24 here and here. I can find 36. Those are the numbers common to the two of the numbers. Now I can find 48. 48 is here. 48 is here. I can find 60. 60 is here. 60 is here. I can find 72 and 72. As we went on, we will see other numbers that are common to 4 and 6. So the common multiples The common multiples are, you have 12, you have 24, you have 36, you have 48, you have 60, and you have 72. These are the common multiples of the two numbers. Now, amongst these common multiples, which is the smallest? That is all LCM is about. The smallest number there is 12. That's the smallest number. Therefore, the LCM of 4 and 6 is equals to 12. That's the LCM of 4 and 6. You list out the multiples. Then the smallest number among the common multiples is the LCM. Okay, let's take example 2. You can be asked to find the LCM of 5 and 8. We'll still use our first method, listing the multiples. That means what we are asked to do here is to find the number that 5 can divide, the smallest number that 5 can divide, and 8 can divide to the smallest number. So the first thing, we'll list out the multiples of 5. Multiples of 5. And like we said earlier, the multiples of a number start from that number itself. So the first multiple of 5 is 5. So add 5 to the subsequent ones. 5 plus 5, that's 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5, 20 plus 5, 25 plus 5, 30 plus 5, 35 plus another 5, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and so on and so forth. It goes on and on. The multiples of a numbers are endless. It goes on and on. As far as I can still add 5 to the last number, it goes on and on. Okay, so we look at multiples of 8. Let's list out the multiples of 8. Multiples of 8. The first multiple of 8 is 8 itself. So 8, you have 16. Just be adding 8 to it. 8, 16, you have 24. You have 32, you have 40, you have 48, you have 56, you have 64, sorry, you have 72, you have 80, 88, and so on and so forth. Now, what are the common multiples I can find? That's the number I can find here. And I can find here, I can find 40 here, and I can find 40 here. So therefore, the lowest common multiple, the smallest number that is common to 5 and 8 is 40. So the LCM of 5 and 8 is 40. That's that for the second example. The last example for today, you can be asked to find the LCM of 6 and 10. The LCM of 6 and 10. Remember, we are still using the listing method, listing multiple method. All right, so let's list out the multiples of 6 and the multiples of 10. So multiples of 6. Multiples of 6. The first multiple starts from what? 6. This is 6. 12. This is 18. This is 24. This is 30. This is 36. You have 42. You have 48. You have 54. You have 60. You have 66. You have 72. Then and so on and so forth. You can have 78. Let's stop there, and so on and so forth. Now let's list out the multiples of 10. Multiples of 10. Multiples of 10. The first multiple of 10 is 10 itself. You have 10. 20, 30. Just be adding 10 to it. 30 plus 10, that's 40. 40 plus 10, 50, 60, 70, 80, and so on and so forth. Now, what are the common numbers that I can find? Common multiples that I can find here? Okay, I can find 30 here, and I can find 30 here. Okay, can we all find any other number? Yes, I can find 60 here. I can find 60 here. You will find other numbers. Assuming we continue, you find other numbers. But these are the two we can find now. So the common multiples of 6 and 10 are, you have 30, 60, and so on and so forth. These are not the only two. If you continue, you see other numbers that fit into that. Now, what's the smallest among these? The smallest is 30. Therefore, the LCM of 6 and 10 equals to 30. That's the smallest number that 6 can divide and 10 can also divide. 30. Take home fun. You can practice this at your leisure time. Find the LCM of let's say 3 and 9, 4 and 5. 3 and 9, 4 and 5. Ensure to use using the listing multiple method. So find the LCM of 3 and 9, 4 and 5. You can practice. Make sure you use this method. You list the multiples of both 4 and 5. List the multiple of 3 and 9. Then pick out the common multiples. Then find the smallest number that becomes the LCM. All right. Till we meet again in the next class. Watch out for the next video. Have a next time. Thanks and God bless.